Hi guys, it's Molly Ellis here, founder of Molly Ellis's ESL Academy. Today I want to share something really valuable that could completely transform the way you communicate in your workplace. I'm talking about the most common mistakes that non-native speakers make in the UK workplace. Stick with me as I break it down for you, and I promise by the end of this video you'll have practical tips to avoid these mistakes and sound much more professional in the future. Mistake number 1, using overly direct language. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is using overly direct language in emails or conversations. It's not wrong, but in British culture it can come off as too blunt. For example, instead of saying, "Send me the report," try, "Could you please send me the report when you have a moment?" It softens the tone and makes you sound much more polite and approachable. Politeness is a cornerstone of British communication. Even if you're asking for something urgent, adding "please" or "when you have a moment" makes a huge difference. Mistake number 2, not using small talk effectively. Another common mistake is avoiding small talk, and I get it can feel awkward, especially if English isn't your first language. But in British workplaces, small talk is how good relationships are built. Imagine you're in the office kitchen making tea and someone says, "What did you get up to over the weekend?" Instead of freezing up or brushing it off, you can use this as an opportunity to connect. You could say, "Oh, I went for a walk in the park and I watched a new film. What about you?" That's all it takes. Practice small talk topics like the weather or the recent sports event. It's not about being perfect, it's just about showing interest. Mistake number 3, overusing apologies. Now, here's a mistake that I see all the time: over apologizing, saying sorry when it's not necessary. I know it comes from a good place and, it might seem polite, but in a professional setting, it might make you seem unsure. Instead of saying, "Sorry, I have a question," say, "I have a quick question." And instead of saying, "Sorry for the delay," you could say, "Thank you for your patience." Focus on gratitude and confidence rather than unnecessary apologies. It's a subtle change, but it can make a big difference. So, we've covered 3 common mistakes: using overly direct language, avoiding small talk, and overly apologizing. Fixing these will help you sound much more natural and confident in a British workplace. Start applying these tips today. The next time you write an email, have a conversation, or even walk into the office kitchen, think about what we talk about. Remember, if you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. What's one thing that you would change in your workplace?